A contact list is simply a collection of subscribers, or a collection of contacts, if you will. We can add a contact one by going to Contacts, add a contact, and but if you have a lot of contacts to input, then that can be a little tedious. A better way to do this is to, under Contacts, go to Import Contacts from a file. And so if you have a list, if you have a database or an Excel spreadsheet with your contacts in it, this is a great way to get those contacts into Online Outbox. So we'll show you this in Excel. If I open a database that we currently have, we'll see here this data. We've got a column with email addresses, email format, confirmed, subscribe date, first name, city, state, zip, and so you can see we can track a lot of data for each contact. So let's import that. We're going to go to Contacts, Import Contacts from a file. We're going to select the contact list that we want to add those contacts to. We have a couple options here. First, we have import details, mark as confirmed, confirmed or unconfirmed. Confirmed is a great way to automatically pull people over from other email marketing platforms. If they've already subscribed to your email newsletters, then it's safe to use this confirmed option. If, however, you are using a database that you created offline, if you're at a marketing event, for instance, and you're jotting down people's names and email addresses, you may want to select unconfirmed, which will send that opt-in email to make sure that the person actually wants to receive those emails from you. I'm going to leave this as confirmed for now. Format, we can select HTML or text. HTML is a safe bet. If somebody does want to receive that HTML, they can. If they don't have that capability, it will automatically downgrade to text. Override existing details. There are no existing details because these people have not existed in our database yet. Autoresponder is the same deal. We have not set those up yet, so we'll leave that alone. Contains headers, and yes, when we were looking at the Excel file, we saw that the file, this first row here, did contain headers, and that is simply a description of what the data below that first line contains: email address, email format, confirmed, etc. So we will check that box. Yes, this file contains headers. Now, if we're using a traditional CSV file, we can leave these fields alone: field separator and field enclosure. We can just leave those as they are. And then import file, we will select the file that we want to import. I'll pull that from here. We'll click open, and then next. This will take us to the next page where we can actually map the fields from our Excel file to our fields in Online Outbox. On the left-hand side, Online Outbox has read the fields in that first line because we told it the file did have headers. So email address, email format, confirmed, etc. And we map those to the fields in Online Outbox, this column here on the right. So email address maps to email address in Online Outbox. Email format, we're just looking for the field that most closely resembles what we wanted that to, and this would be email format. Would map to format in this case, confirmed to confirmed, subscribe date to subscribe date, first. Now, first was the first name column in our Excel file, and we set up a custom field in this contact list called first name. So that's what we're going to map first to. The data in the column first in our Excel file will map to the first name in Online Outbox in this contact list. City. Now you'll notice we don't have something that closely resembles city over here, and that's because we did not set up a custom field in this contact list for to track city. So we're just going to leave that as a none here, and the same thing for state. We didn't set up a custom field for that either, so we'll leave that as none. But zip, we want to map to zip code. So once we have these correctly mapped, we'll click next, and then we'll click the Start Importing button. And you'll see Online Outbox counts these contacts along the way, and it says 60 contacts were imported successfully. 0, 0, 0, 0. Basically tells us 0 we had 0 errors, 0 contained bad data. If we do have bad data in our Excel file, we can figure out, there will be a link here that tells us which records had that bad data. We can go back and kind of clean up that data. But for now, we don't have any problems at all. So we'll go take a look at that contact list. You'll remember we had 2 contacts in our contact list earlier. Those are the ones we entered manually, and now we have 62, which would include the 60 that we just imported. So that's how you import a contact list